see you. Yes, and of course it's nice to be seen. So today we're going to do something a little bit different, get out of the woods because it's quite dark in there, and it's nice to have a change of scenery every now and again. And today I thought we'd just do a quick walk and see if we can see any bushcraft stuff on the way, because that is the brilliant thing about bushcraft, is that you can use it on walks, whenever you go on holiday, anywhere. You can use it in everyday life. And so today we're going to walk shortly along a path in a minute, which we'll show you in a sec. But first I'd like to talk a little bit about where we are. Today we are actually going to walk around, oh, noisy plane. Today we're going to walk around, this is an old army range. This is where the paratroopers used to train years ago. Not so much anymore, in fact they don't train here at all. But so this was used extensively in the war to train troops from Canada, possibly America, and definitely the English. Because what we are going to see is over the back there is a massive wall which they call the Atlantic Wall, which they trained obviously for the D-Day landings. And then this bit here of a more of a modern day thing, they do a lot of filming here, and this is where they filmed Skyfall, the house bit, you know, where they blew it up with a helicopter and this, that and the other and exploded, whatever. So this is where the house was. It was just over there, and that there's a track over there which the Aston Martin would have driven down. We'll go over there and have a look at that later. But down here you can see there's a yellow thing there. That's a digger with a Russian helicopter, which they're going to be doing some filming here next week. So they're always filming here. Lots of films have been made here, or parts of films, should I say. So, and also over the back here, many years ago, a plane, a light aeroplane, was struck by lightning and it broke up. And inside there was a mother and son who the wife of the mother was married to an MP. So there's lots of going on over here, and sort of for wildlife you get deer, snakes, lizards, but this is a heathland, so you're going to get a lot of evergreens here, like there's pines there, we've got gorse here, there's lots of bell heather here. Sorry, I sort of forgot what it was called then. So there's lots going on here. So what we're going to do then, we're going to walk off down here and we're just going to have a look about, see what we can see. Alrighty. Follow me. So this tree doesn't need any introduction. Obviously this is our Scots Pine, obviously native to the UK, one of our native trees. And this has had many uses for our ancestors. I mean, even today people make pine needle tea from, obviously the needle's got vitamin C in it. I don't think there's any good decent nuts in these that we can worry about, but I mean these are really good for burning. If you know, if there's a lack of firewood, you can get a load of these. Obviously people make decorations out of these, spray them up at Christmas. And the inner bark was used as food in times of famine. They would have just got the inner Cambrian layer, they would have chewed on it. I mean that's real dire stuff there. I mean, I have tried it. It's okay, it's a little bit sweet. But I say our ancestors would have eaten that in times of dire needs. Yeah, so this is a brilliant tree, and obviously you get pine resin from this, which we can make glue, use it to bung up canoes and pots and stuff like that. Obviously we have to mix it with charcoal and beeswax, but this has many uses. And obviously when the roots have died away, people dig them up and then you got your fat wood out of it. So a brilliant friendly tree to the bushcrafter. Nice one, and it's easy light wood when it's for carving too. Brilliant wood. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm gingerly and very carefully walking through this heather to show you where these two bodies fell from the plane that was struck by lightning, and to get to them you've got to walk through this heather, and it's not a problem, but it's a lovely little hiding place for a venomous snake, obviously the adder. And even though I am reasonably fit, I don't want to get bitten by one, and if I do get bitten by one, I'm fit enough that it shouldn't affect me at all, because the venom is not as potent as some of the other viper snakes that are out there. But nevertheless, I don't want to get bitten, and luckily so far I've not seen any. So I'm just gingerly looking around. You don't normally see them till you're right on top of them, because they camouflage so well. So here we have it. This is the wife, Emily Payne Bosom. Fell here in July 27th, 1932. So according to what I've heard, there was a massive storm here, a massive thunderstorm, and obviously the light aircraft was travelling through the storm. It got struck by lightning, obviously broke up, and then the two bodies fell from the plane, and the Emily is here, and I do believe that the sun is over that way. So if I am corrected, or it's that way, or say that way, so we're going to have a look over this way. But the great thing about this is that not many people know it's here. Got a great view anyway. Of course it's not the grave, it's just a memorial stone. But hey ho, look, I'll tell you what I've just seen. If anybody out there is into geocaching, it was like an old geocache tub. Looks like it's been robbed though, there's nothing in it, except a little note obviously. Great game, geocaching, if anybody out there's ever tried it. We'll just put that there. So let's go and see if we can find the other one. Okay, I haven't seen any adders yet, but you can tell the army have been over here, because we've got a lot of these cases that they're only blanks obviously. There's another one there, there's another one there. You'll see quite a few here, which is pretty cool if you're into that sort of thing. Obviously, there you go. But I found the other grave, or should I say the other memorial marker. I shouldn't be saying grave really. I'll show you where it is. I saw it when you think that one dropped up where that clump of trees are up there, and the other one has dropped where this white post is. So I saw it from the top there. Bruce, that's his name. Bruce Payne Bosom. Fell here July 27th, 1932. So there's the other one. So, I mean, you know, just getting out and about and exploring areas, you know, whether you're map reading. I mean, believe it or not, I actually found these while doing some on a map reading course. Otherwise, I would have never known they were here. And just like, oh wow, somebody's been feasting on pine cones. Squirrels, no doubt. There's another one there. There's quite a few of them. They sort of devoured them. It's been obviously after the nuts. Could have been a bird. Not sure. Here's a good little find if you're looking to start a fire. Just rip them off like that. Keep these for a fire. It's pretty good stuff. Here we got something from like a World War II movie, an old Richard Burton or a Clint Eastwood, coming up on an old pillbox there, look, tucked away. Obviously this was used for training in World War II, but I suppose you've got to imagine it in the day that there was probably no trees here at all, and it was, you could probably see down to the commons. I mean, there would have been a few big trees here, but they would have practiced on this. Let's see if we can get in there. Might be horrible, but here we go. Let's turn my torch on. This is only a small one, but you can see where they fired through, and let's take a chunking out of the wall there. Yeah, this is only a small one, obviously a practice one. Oh, looks like it's trying to be filled out. There would have been steps here normally. So imagine you're in a DB7 Aston Martin and your name is James Bond. You're now entering Skyfall. This is where the entrance to the house was. There was a wall here and there were two massive deer, stag deers, Skyfall. The Aston Martin goes down there, down to the end, and the house was out in the middle there somewhere. If you just going to kind of cut one of these off and see if there's any resin up quite close to the edge there. Oh yes. Look at that beauty, full of resin. That's just a dead branch, but that's just really good. That's a fat wood right there. We'll keep that. Let's have a look. Right, this is, I like these. You find this is just a fungus in the woods, and you can see how green it is. It's a good little find, that. See how green that is? Should go all the way through. Look how green that is. That's just a fungus, that is. I don't know what fungus it is, I must admit. We keep a bit. But furniture makers used to take that and incorporate it into furniture, the green bit there. But I mean, it just looks really cool being green. You don't normally see green wood. We'll take a bit with us. Well, that's a pretty good find. These were obviously used in the Second World War for the training. These were probably used for tank stoppers, I guess, or vehicle stoppers, whatever they're used for. And obviously this area here has been used for training the military for years. They would have done survival skills and learnt all about some of the environment. So it's good to sort of come back in here and almost do the same. But what we do is we'll walk along that way, and somewhere along there we should find our Atlantic wall. So this then is the Atlantic wall, which they would have practiced before D-Day, and there is a plaque here somewhere that tells us all about it. But you can see by the damage that they've done here, obviously they've blasted their way through. Sustained some pretty heavy cannon fire. There you go. So if you just pause it, the video, then you can read it if you can, hopefully. It saves me reading it out. So here's another good friend of the old bushcrafter, the old willow, if you remember, from the cordage. Also the bow drill. So if we needed to make cordage, we've got it, and also if we needed to start a fire, we've got the materials to make a bow drill. So that's pretty cool. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed our little walk together. It was one of my many favourites I've done many times, but I quite like this one because it's a different environment than what I normally come to. This is a heathland habitat, very sandy, lots of pine trees, just completely different to where I normally go. I like to chop and change my environment, so you get to sort of learn a bit of everything, what's there, what resources are there for us to use. And on a walk you can literally find different things. Sometimes you can find things that you never even knew were there, and it is a good idea to keep your eyes out. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. I am gonna just finish off the last part of the walk. It's not a lot to see from now on, it's just from here to the car park, probably about a quarter of a mile, and I will catch you on the next one. So get out there, do some walking, and more importantly do some bushcraft. So like, subscribe and all that, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care guys, thumbs up if you liked it.